want to do. But before we even continue, we would like Engineer Oyinloye to just speak a little bit on, because if you look, of the 10, it's all been financial requests, right? So let's hear what Ms. Engineer Oyinloye wants to say about that. And then obviously we're going to track back with you, Sheon, in looking and vetting these folks and ensuring that some of these requests are actually valid. All right, Elibir.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have had all the requests. It's not new to the environment, but we know there are facilities available all over the places, either through NGOs, government ministries, and so on, the banks, where some of them can be met. Perhaps the problem may be getting adequate connections, because where you don't have connections, the banks and so on can be hesitant in doing something positive. Now, I'm aware that the Lagos State government has series of support programs for minor business enterprises. And even at times, they give palliative and so on. My thinking about all these requests is that from our end, whatever assistance we can provide to link you with relevant authorities there, maybe that can be of assistance. That can be of help to you. Because even they, I think there was a time, and I think they said, they say on it, they said if you are a small enterprises, just join a cooperative group. 12 of you, I think it's minimum is 12 members. They don't need any guarantor or anything, minus they must be registered and so on in the CAC. So that when they give money, say 50,000, 100,000 authorities, they will give individual but recommended by their own group. And except you pay the money, no further assistance will be given to that group. Because for those of us who are not living in the environment, it is difficult to know exactly what goes on right now. However, that's a challenge you have thrown to everybody, including us too. If we are in a position to assist, that will be a simple thing. But when I talk of 1,200,000, 300,000, I think that support needs to be properly evaluated. And don't underrate anybody in government, even the gate man. He can have an uncle or something who's working somewhere where he can be of assistance. Secondly, I think two of you or something had problem on how to make even when you start your private enterprises. Starting a business is not a simple thing. It's either you want a legacy company enterprises, which will live even after your name, like all these Coca-Cola, Guinness, and so on. Or you only just work at it. You just want something, mini job, sell something on the street, and then retire home, and then think of tomorrow morning's food. Having sorted out all those ones, the key is to be disciplined. You, the owner, must have your own salary per month. Otherwise, you will be encouraging into the capital, and you will have nothing to replenish the materials that you have bought or that is the one you purchased. So you have to be very disciplined and be very careful in selecting your own staff. Where you need 3, let it be 3. Not because I've arrived, then you recruit 10 so that you'll be popular in the environment. It's to you to all this right to your 10, so usually. So please manage whatever you have while we are working on from our own side too, to see whether there's any area where we can assist you. That's my comment for now.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard Engineer Loye's comments. I think we have enough time to only speak to three more people.
No, okay.
And then I want you to be able to share, to give us a background on báwo lẹ ṣe máa vẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn tá a bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ pé iye báyìí làwọn. You know, it's important that after we speak to those three people, you tell us how you plan to vet these people before any funds are disbursed or anything like that. I think it's very important. And you've heard what Engineer Oyinloye said in terms of the advice, in terms of resources. Now, we will help connect people if we need to, right? Where we can provide funding, we'll provide funding. Where we can provide connections, we'll provide connections. But let's just speak to three more people, and then Sharon, you can wrap up by telling us how you plan to vet the 13 people that we have spoken to today.
All right. Once we speak with the three people, I'll be able to round off with my own comments. Okay.
No problem.
Who's next? Pama Mercy Efe.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. Okay. I am into frame. I'm into frameless pictures. So what I do is I go to a cafe store and edit it. Once I'm done with the editing, I have the other material to do the frame. So I actually need a laptop so I can be doing the editing myself. I'm also learning graphic design. So with the laptop, I can be more practical and all of that. I have gone to price the laptop PH and they told me 250 and above. I really appreciate it if I am giving assistance to actually purchase it. Thank you, sir.
Did you hear her on that, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, we heard that loud and clear. Yes. So that's number 11.
Mrs. Agnes.
Eka Sosa.
Eka Sosa.
Eka Sosa.
Eka Sosa.
Mo fẹ́ help kí wọ́n help mi fún ọjà tí mo ń tà. Kí n rówó kí n lè máa fún ta ọjà mi. Bí bó ṣe 100 àbí 50 lẹ́lẹ̀ rí fún mi kí n fún bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjà tí mo ń tà.
Okay.
Ẹ ṣé sà.
All right. Irú ọjà wo lẹ ń tà?
Provision ni sà. Provision biscuit sweet minerals àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ sà.
All right, let's move on to the next person. Noted for number 12.
Okay. James, Mr. James.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is James Adese. I'm into general contractor, like a building and stuff and real estate. So I'm just looking for if there is enemies for a support for a contract. I really appreciate it. Connection for contracts, yeah. I really appreciate it, sir.
Okay, are you registered and licensed by the Lagos State government? In other words, if you were given a job right now, are you able to facilitate a job like that? You know, a job like maybe build something? Mm-hmm.
Very well, sir. I'm licensed. Real estate, my company name is Regime Services.
Okay, and you're doing both commercial and residential buildings?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you are ready to take on a job now. If there was a job now for like a renovation or for a brand new building, you are ready to take that on now?
Definitely, sir.
Okay, so that's noted. But what financial resources are you asking for? What exactly did you give? Oh, it's mostly contract and connection. Okay, noted.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
that's a good one. All right, we can move on to the last one. Let's do one more.
One more. Mrs. Kudirat Alabi.
Ẹ káàsán sá o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run tí mo wá fún mo fà kún ẹ̀pù ni kẹ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kẹ́ ẹ ṣàánú mi. Ilé ni mo ti ń tajà báyìí. mo ń ta pure water, mo tẹ̀ ń ta minerals, fíríjì mi dẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́, kẹjọ torí Ọlọ́run, torí mo ti lọ náà nìkan bí oṣù mẹ́fà, wọ́n ní 250,000 náà pé fíríjì yẹn, sọ̀rọ̀ mi yé, gbogbo tẹ́ bá ní ẹ fi ràn mí lọ́wọ́, kẹjọ torí Ọlọ́run, ẹ ṣàánú mi o, lè ṣe yín kò ní bàjẹ́ ọ̀nà yín wọn ròkè o.
Okay, noted. All right, Shem. So I guess we'll stop there in terms of requests. Any future requests will be
yes.
next one. So now you can give us, number one, give us a background of the area where you are, and then how you plan to vet all these people that we have spoken to so far with their requests.